Hey everybody, Scott Steen with the winnersandwhiners.com coming to you from the Bill Hill Grove studio, deep in the bowels of the Winners and Whiners Sports and Entertainment Complex, to bring you today's Deep 3. Before we get started, as always, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, to like, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Check out the website, statsalt.com, as well as winnersandwhiners.com for deep dives into every sporting event going on in America every day. Not just sides, not just totals, but derivatives, prop, actions, and halftime plays as well. And give us your comments. Let us know what you're playing, if you're tailing us, if you're fading us, if you're digging our plays, if you're not digging our plays. Tell us why, and most importantly, tell us what you're playing. Got a lot of good cappers, a lot of good thoughts out there. And if you get them right, we'll hit you up in the shout-outs, just like we're going to do at the end of our picks. And most importantly, I don't know about most importantly, but don't forget the contest this week. It is our grand finale, giving away 500 smackaroonies about an hour after the big game is over on Sunday night. So make sure you get over to winnersandwhiners.com, statsalt.com, get yourself registered. All you got to do is click on the homepage and then click on any of the articles, and about halfway down you'll find the link to get yourself entered there as well. So without further ado, let's get rolling, shall we? Oh, before we do, I'm going to give this real quick. I finally got all my data put in, and I've got my record up to the minute through last night's game. All right, so we're going to start at the bottom. We are going to do this real quick. I promise, guys, it's not going to be another lengthy video. MLB, I am 0-1 for the bowl games this season. In spite of my 7-game losing streak, we ended up 25-21 in our bowl contest, 54.34%. NCAA football overall, not my jam. The MAC kind of did us in there from the beginning. We were 55-52, 51.40%. Now the news gets better. NFL this season, for sides, totals, and props put together, 47-36-1. That's 56.62%. Men's basketball so far on the NCAA side, 46-27-2, 63.01%. NBA, 28-16-1, 63.63. And for this January, not having a bad month, kids. 72-33-1. That's 68.57%. And overall, since we started doing these videos right around the 1st of November, give or take, we are 176, 132, and 4. That is 57.14% for our 312 videos, right? 312, yeah, 312 video picks that we've made so far. So there you go, guys. Hopefully you were tailing us on every one of those wins. So without further ado, let's get to today's contest. Taking a look in the NBA as the New Orleans Hornets head over right next door, take on the Houston Rockets. I'm looking at the total there in this game. It's 234.5. And guys, if you didn't have your TV on yesterday, tuned to basketball, you might not know that there is turmoil in New Orleans. Anthony Davis, who is signed through 2020, has said he's not going to re-up. And in fact, now that you mention it, I'd like out now. He signed a max deal for 2 more years, but yeah, let's not let for a year and a half. Let's not let that stand in our way. In addition, Meritage is also going to be out for this one. You know what, guys? That's 46 points per game. That's not going to be suiting up. Oh, by the way, Anthony Davis is hurt. He's going to be out for the next couple of weeks, so he's unhappy and he's hurt. And like I said, so is Meritage. 46 points per game. I'm not sure who's going to replace those. 10.5 is a little high for me. That's how much Houston's favored by, but I do like the under 234.5 here. I don't think with Capella still out for Houston, I don't think that they need to score that many points to get past New Orleans. I think that under comes in handily there. All right, moving on to the Missouri Valley, as the Missouri State Fighting Bears travel to Indiana to take on the Valparaiso Valpos. What are they, the Crusaders? Okay, so guys, this is a situational plea for me. Valpo is not having a great time in conference, and they've got to their first and third leading scorer that are going to be out. First of all, Ryan Fazekas is out. He's going to be out for his 6th straight game. In the 5 previous games he's missed, Valparaiso just averaged 59.4 points per game, and they've gone just 2-3 straight up and 2-3 against the number. And now, like I said, they're going to be without Marcus Golder, who's their 3rd leading scorer. These two guys account for 47% of their 3-point production. On the other side of the ball, the Bears been playing pretty good lately. They've won and covered 4 of their last 6 in conference, including a victory on Thursday night when I actually was in Springfield. I didn't see the game, but I saw it on the news, where they doubled up America's darling there, Loyola of Chicago and Sister Jean, 70-35. So Bears playing some good ball. I like them -1.5 in this spot right here against a wounded Valpo. And lastly, staying in college ball, heading to the ACC, looking at the Pitt Panthers as they travel to Clemson. Clemson's a 9-point favorite in this contest. And these are 2 teams, we've talked about it a little bit in the last couple of days, the guys that kind of hit the teams that kind of hit the wall, kind of become who they're really going to be once conference play starts. These 2 teams are a great example of that. Clemson, that has happened to in the extreme. They're averaging almost 10 points per game less in conference play on the offensive side of the ball. And defensively, they're giving up 9.5 more in conference play than they are for their yearly average. Pitt, their numbers have taken a dip as well, like I mentioned, but nothing quite that extreme. In addition, Clemson, one of the most overvalued teams in America as far as the point spread goes. They are just 6-13 against the number, including just 2-4 in conference, as well as just being 4-10 versus teams with a winning record. Guys, I think this game is a lot closer than the 9 points. I think that's a ton of points for these 2 teams. Give me the Pitt Panthers. Yeah, they're the road team, but I'll take that road dog. Arrgh! Give me the Pitt Panthers +9, and we'll take that one. We'll take the Missouri State Bears on the road, and we'll take that under down there in Houston at the end of this contest. In all of these contests, you can join me as we head back to the window. All right, guys, very good. Let's get to the shout-outs. Like I said, we're trying to rip through them here. All right, here we go. First of all, we'll start off with Romeo. Romeo gave us a shout-out of our own. Said this is his first time that he's ever commented, and gave us a nice compliment about doing a good job. So thanks, Romeo. Hoping we're making a ducat or 2 there for you. Hope you've been able to tail us on some of our picks. Derek G, he's tailing. He got down on Brooklyn. That was a winner. And Duke, that was a winner as well. I got to tell you my Brooklyn play. I actually I made it late. I got Brooklyn +10.5, and during the game there in the third quarter, as they had Brooklyn had come back, and they got within 1 or so. The in-game came down to Miami Boston -5.5. So I took a little middle shot there because I thought that game was probably going to play a little closer to 9-11. That's kind of where they played most of the game. And so we took a little middle shot, and what do you know? We actually hit it. Brooklyn was down pretty big with a couple minutes left, but they made a nice little surge there to get it under the number and pay off Big Daddy 2 times. So, yeah, it was a nice game for me. So, anyway, I don't want to take away from your glory, Derek G. My apologies. Derek G. tailed us on Brooklyn. He got there, and Duke got there as well, -13. Rated Z, he let us know that we're in fuego, baby. We're in fuego. So, that's we're pretty happy about that. By the way, that's Spanish for on fuego. So, yeah, tell me I'm not ready to move to Mexico. This is one of the best months I've had in a while. I'm not sure it's my best month ever, but one of the cool part about this is I got to share it with other people. I still got to make my own money, but turned on a few thousand people here and there to some of these picks as well, and they rang up some victories over the evil sportsbook. So yeah, beautiful. Thanks, Rated Z. Appreciate it, man. We'll do our best. Chris J, he got there on the Baylor Bears +6, and that Golden State first half -4. Steph Curry, speaking of Fuego, 5 3-pointers there in the first half. Nice job, Chris. Mark Anthony, he disregarded the late steam on Michigan State on Sunday, and I told him we happens to the best of us, man, because we all think we're there, and I've blown through that stop sign so many times where I think that I know something that the syndicates and the sharp money that they don't know, and a lot of times that ends up about like it sounds. Every once in a while, you score one on the wise guys, and that feels pretty good. But that money came in late on Michigan State, and happens to the best of us, Mark. No worries. And in addition, Mark, kind of doing a second level shout out. He gave a nice shout out to the astute Aardvark and his fine captain as well. And I totally agree. Double A, does fine work. The legendary King, he tailed us on Brooklyn and Duke. The NV Lade, I assume, tailed us Brooklyn and Duke as well. Speaking of that, Aardvark, he tailed us on Duke, tailed us on Brooklyn, and he played that Golden State minus 8.5. He said it was going against the math, but he just didn't like the way the math spoke to him, and it kind of turned it into an intuitive pick. He went Golden State minus 8.5, and that worked out. Super Alpha Fitness, he said he just wanted to let us know good job, and I wanted to, it was nice that I could see his handle because I wanted to know who had that since I couldn't get it, of course, as I would try to pick up Super Alpha Fitness. I had to settle for a workout stud. So, what are you going to do? It's we all have our burden to bear. Mike B, he hit Golden State. Anthony R, I think it might be the first time that he's commented and gave us a pick. So, welcome, buddy. Thanks very much for putting your picks down. He got down on Charlotte, Golden State, Brooklyn, Atlanta, and Duke. Not a bad first day if it is your first time putting the picks up, Anthony. Very nice job. Marshall Mathers, he played a little round robin tonight with Charlotte, Boston, Memphis, and the Memphis under 213.5, Golden State, Baylor, Duke, or the under. He didn't know which one he was going to play. I haven't done the math there, brother, but I'm guessing that paid off pretty well. Let's see, you hit. Are those the ones that he hit? Did he hit all these? So these are the ones you hit. Very nice. So yeah, for those of you that don't know what a round robin is, if you guys ever go to the horse track, dog track, if you play give me a 4-dog quinella box, exacta box, or trifecta box. It's like that where you get all the combinations of and hitting like 2 or 3 teamers depending on what you choose. So nice job, dude. You have to leave in the comments how that ended up paying off for you, because I think he did okay there. Eric T, the T must be for teaser today. He hit a teaser with Brooklyn and with Duke as well. Aaron M, he was playing he played the same teaser as Eric did. Very nice job, and he tailed us also on our 3 picks, as well as getting down on the Golden State Warriors money line. Very nice. Phil, he's tailing us with Brooklyn and Duke. Eric N got down on the Nets. Miguel down there in NOLA, Heartbreak City, got it down on Brooklyn, Atlanta, and he said he put a little. He didn't have a full thrust, but he did put a Happy Meal down on Duke. So he doubled up on those. Hope he got the big boy meal at least on the 6-piece nuggets. Nice job, Miguel. Brett got down at Boston minus 10, Duke minus 13. Gave us a nice trend to look out for. Of course, as it always happens in my life as well, as soon as you put that trend out there, it did not hit. But the trend to look for is Golden State with a big third quarter. They won the quarter, but they only won it by 1 tonight. Line was 2.5. However, they had a gigantic first quarter, so it was kind of skewed from how that usually works out. So keep an eye on that going forward. That's a nice trend there, Brett, and thanks for sharing it with us. JM made very, very good notes on his 3 picks, and he ended up with hitting Golden State minus 7. Hammer and Hank got down on the Warriors and Duke. Thomas M hit Duke in the Nets, as well as the Golden State Warriors minus 9. That was a very popular pick with you guys tonight. Glad the Curryites and friends got home. Shane got down on the Nets. He said, "Go big or go home." So I'm hoping that worked out for him, and he was able to stay away from home at least for a little while and go big. And last but not least, the Desert Gambler. Oh, close, so close. That's another name I tried to get, the Dessert Gambler. Very, very close. First time I think we've heard from him. Welcome. He got down on Baylor plus 6. And speaking of deep dives, how about a little North Carolina Central minus 2.5? That's what I'm talking about right there. All right, guys. Sounds like everybody, a lot of people had a great day. Let's keep it going. We'll do our best and see what we come up with for tomorrow. Good luck to everybody. Look forward to talking to you in the comment section. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.